Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rechak Wadash. I want to give double honors to the elders of GMS, Great Millstone, who do rule well. I want to say salutations and peace and love to all you brothers across the four winds pushing this truth so we can seal the elect and make it to the kingdom. Now, I just wanted to briefly go into, I was doing some reading, some studying. As you can see, it's 3 a.m. But it's like the work still goes on. But I came across reading the book of Romans, and came across this beautiful precept here, Yapa precept right here. Okay, and it's basically speaking on about the 2/3 and the 1/3. Okay, all right, and like the apostles had said, roughly paraphrasing, the entire nation of Israel is a part of the elect. Okay, now 2/3 of the nation of Israel are of the elect. You see, they're gonna receive destruction. You see, they're gonna receive destruction, and the 1/3, all right, of the elect, all right, is gonna receive salvation. You see, and 2/3 are gone, man. It's too late for the 2/3, man. And that's why brothers and the sincere sisters that are in this truth, we have to stay firm. You see, stay firm, keep the faith, stay prayed up, stay pray for one another, fast, and etc. And continue to keep our hands to the plow, speaking to the brotherhood, because those of us that are of the elect, Yahweh Ratazah, all the men that are in GMS that are out there pushing faithfully, on the highways and hedges, doing their videos, making their lessons, their exhortations, are a part of that number. But I wanted to get into it. This is the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 11. Okay, it says, "In that, knowing the time," because the time that we're living in is the end time. Okay, "that now is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed." You see, and this is only going to be effective, you see, for the 1/3. Okay, the elect. All right. You see, only the 1/3 is going to hear the voice of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay, and it's going to hearken to it. Okay, you see, no matter what, and 2/3 is not. Okay, and I actually want to go into when it says that now is, it's like that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. I wanted to go into that word sleep. Okay. My phone is going kind of slow, Salakia. Right? Because we have to go into the original language to actually get the definitions of these words. Okay. All right. And the Hebrew word there for sleep, okay, to awake out of sleep, the Hebrew word there for it's like the Greek word there for sleep, okay, is hypnos, okay, which is where you get the term hypnotized, okay, hypnotize from, okay. You see, and to be sleep is to be hypnotized, okay. All right, which is to be lost in the mind, okay, sleep in the mind, all right, sleep in the spirit. You see, let's go down to the Strong's definition here, all right. And I'm going to start where it says, perhaps akin to G5259 through the idea of subsilence. Okay, you see, it says sleep, i.e., figuratively, spiritually to pour. Slack it. It says spiritually to pour. All right. Now, I noticed the word to pour, okay? Now, let's go into that word to pour, all right? And actually, you can have it. And the definition for the word torpor, all right? is a state of physical and mental inactivity. Okay, lethargy. All right, but notice it says a state of physical or mental inactivity. Okay, and 2/3 are in a state, in a deep state of mental and physical and spiritual inactivity. Okay, that's why brothers, when we come into this truth, we have to be active. You see, we have to be active. You see, the Lord activated us. Okay, when he brought us, when he awakened us out of that sleep. Okay, that torpor. Okay, he activated us. You see, he activated our spirits. All right, you see, and we were called into this ministry. Okay, we were called into this ministry. Okay, that's why the scriptures also say, examine thyself daily to make sure that your calling and your election is sure. Okay, because roughly paraphrasing, because we hope to be of that number. Okay, we hope to be of that number. That's why we do the work. Okay, 2/3 they don't do the work. Okay, they don't have the Lord's name to call upon. Okay, they don't have the Lord looking out for them. Okay, they don't have the angels looking out for them, man. Okay, having their back. All right, so we have to continue to keep the faith, man. Faith building, man. You see, because 2/3 are sleep, and going into that Greek word hypnos, all right, which goes into spiritually to torpor, and that word torpor means to be mentally and physically and spiritually inactive. You see, and we are the opposite of that. Okay, we are spiritually and mentally activated. You see, through the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You see, I have to get a precept. It's like your phone's going a little slow, But this is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 4. But ye, brethren, okay? But ye, brethren, are not in darkness. All right. See, we're activated. Okay. The Lord activated our spirits. All right. So we're not in darkness anymore. We're in the light. We came into the light. You see. It says, but ye, brethren, are not in darkness, which means we know what's going on. See, 2/3 are not prepared for what's going on. You see, that's why they're gonna bug out easy. They're gonna take that mark of the beast easy. They're gonna run to Egypt for help easy. You see. Like that, you see. But we that hope to be of the elect, okay, we that were activated, okay, our spirits were activated and came into the light, came into this truth of knowing, you see, doing the work, all right, out of fear of Yahweh's judgments, okay. We're not in darkness, you see. It says, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief, you see, which means to come suddenly, okay, come unexpectedly, okay. And what day is he talking about? Okay, let me go. Salaki, phone's going pretty slow. Salaki, I wanted to get this too right quick. This is the book of verse 2 Peter, chapter 3, verse 1. It's like verse 1. It says, this second epistle, all right, which means a letter, if I'm not mistaken. It says, this second epistle, beloved, I write unto you, all right, in both which I stir up your pure minds by way of remembrance, you see. And what are we remembering? Okay, our pure minds, you see, our spirits, man. Our spirits have been activated, man. He stirred up our spirits, man. You see, Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai stirred up our spirits, man. You see, by way of remembrance, okay. You see, and the scriptures say, remember the days of old, okay. You see, we don't look at ourselves. We no longer look at ourselves as blacks, or Negroes, or Latinos, or Mexicans, or Cubans, Hondurans. You see, we no longer look at ourselves, etc. We no longer look at ourselves as those bywords that has been given to us by our enemy, man. You see, which is Esau, Edom. All right. We look at ourselves as who we are, man, right? By way of remembrance, okay? By being activated. You see, we remember the days of old, okay? We remember that we are the Israelites, okay? From whatever tribe we're from, out of the 12 tribes of Israel, okay? From the seed line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You see, 2/3 they don't remember that. You see, so we have to you know, take this truth not for granted. You see, this thing is precious. You see, this thing is precious, man. And every day, the more and more things are happening out in in the world. You see, with the enemy coming down on us, trying to shut down, YouTube. You see, from trying to shut the word down off of YouTube. You see, and etc. Cracking down on brothers. You see, this is the time to these should be food, faith boosters. Okay, let me get one more and I'll close it out. All right, yeah. This is the book of Amos, and this is what I wanted to get, because what is that day that's going to come like a thief? This is the book of Amos, chapter 8, verse 11. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a famine, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh." All right, because there's going to come a time, you see, which is coming up, sooner than later. You see, where it's, the doors are going to be closed, just like in the times of Noah, for you 2/3. You see, just like in the times of Noah, those doors are going to be closed, man. You see, and throughout all the scoffing and the fanning your hands and rolling your eyes, trying to harm the prophets of the Lord. You see, the men on the highways and hedges. You see, professing this truth. You see, there's going to come a time, just like in the time of Noah. You see, roughly paraphrasing. You see, there's going to come a time where you're going to notice that door is closed, no? And that everything that we've been saying on the highways and hedges and warning you people about is actually going to come to pass, man. You see, because it's prophecy, man. We didn't say it. You see, we're only letting you know what the Lord said is going to happen, man. You see, and you're not going to take it seriously until the end, man. You see, but guess what? We're not going to be around. You see, the word and the spirit and the spirit and the knowledge will not be available to you 2/3, man. You see, this is verse 12. It says, "And they shall wonder." And who is that they? You 2/3, man. "And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east, and shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh, and shall not find it." You see? And guess what? You know why you're not going to find it? Because when you heard the voice of the Most High, man, when you heard the voice of Yahweh, you see? That's why he said, that's why it was written in the scriptures, as it is written. You see, my sheep hear my voice. You see, when you heard the Lord's voice, you see, being shouted out, on the highways and hedges by his prophets, by his men. You see, you didn't hearken. You see, your spirit wasn't activated. You see. I'm going to end it there, and I want to say, Lord willing, Yahweh Ratazah, you few men, you few sisters, and you men, okay, and the elect, all right, and the sheep, the lost sheep, all right, were edified through the power and spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And I want to say, call Allah, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Rikah B'Dash, Shalom.